Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger.
What's up, YouTube? MikeDecIsHere here, and I'm bringing you a 4th gen battle I had against the MaykarLocomotive. This is an OU battle. This was during my live stream. I forgot to save the battle, but I wanted to bring it to you guys. So hopefully the quality is good enough for you guys. So let's get started. Start off with Manaswan. I start off with Galate. I don't know what he wants to do, but since it's the lead, I'm thinking he wants to get up rocks. So I'm going to go straight for the close combat, hoping he stays in and goes for the rocks, and then I can KO with the sneak if he is somehow faster, because I am adamant. He decides to switch out, obviously predicting the close combat, and that's going to do jack to that Moltres, so I need to get out. I don't know what he wants to do, but I know that Bliss is a fairly safe switch-in no matter what. So I'm going to go straight to Bliss, so I can really take anything he wants to do. If he wants a sub, that's fine. If he wants Toxic, I have Natural Cure. Toxic Stall would suck, but it'd be manageable. At least I can figure out some information on this thing. So I am going to, in fact, go out to Bliss, and he is going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, I believe. And that tells me that this is some kind of physically defensive variant. At least it's trying to be, especially considering how little that close combat did. So I don't know what he wants to do, but I'm going to go for the safe S-Toss. He's predicting Toxic, I'm assuming, and he's going to go out to his Fortress. And in a previous battle on my stream, I was mocked because I used Fire Blast from a Heatran and missed this thing 3 times in a row and ended up getting all its hazards on me. So I got pissed, so I brought in the perfect counter to this thing, and this is my Magnezone. So I bring Magnezone out, he sets up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, and I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to go straight for the Hidden Power Fire. And that is going to completely crap all over this Magnezone. So that's good. That takes out one of his guys. That could be a big, I would say it couldn't be like a huge threat, but those entry hazards it could set up could be a pretty bad hindrance. So he brings out Gardevoir. I'm assuming he thinks some sort of Scarf set, but I am in fact the substitute set. So I'm going to set up a sub, and he goes for a Will-O-Wisp. He obviously thought I was Scarf because he was not predicting that whatsoever. I'm going to go for the safe. I'm going to go for HP Fire, thinking maybe he wants to bring in Mamoswine and take the obvious electric move. And he ends up bringing in a Bliss, and I'm just like, oh, that's annoying. This means that I have things to answer this Bliss, but it means that if I want to beat it with Magnezone, I'm going to have to blow up. And I really don't want to blow up just yet, because I want to leave Magnezone in as basically at least whittle down Bliss's health as much as possible. So I'm going to go for a Discharge. I went for a Discharge, it really did nothing. And now I believe he's going to switch out and go into his Hitmontop, predicting me to just blow up in its face. I actually see this coming, and he's going to bring it to something. I was thinking maybe a Ghost. So I'm going to set up a second sub. So that's great. I have the sub up, and he really can't do anything to me. I'm going to go for a Discharge, basically hoping for a Power Hacks, or maybe just scaling how much it can do. And after this Discharge, I can tell that I could definitely take this thing out. I was thinking I could possibly after a close combat because of the defense drops, but I wasn't sure if you want to switch. If you want to switch, then obviously doing that would have been stupid because it would have been using a Discharge as a sub would have been retarded. I'm going to go for a sub to see what he wants to do. I honestly was predicting a switch. He thought he's just staying in now and just trying to punch me in the face. But now I know that a Discharge at -2 will definitely KO from that range. So I'm going to go straight for the Discharge, and that's going to easily take that thing out from that point. I am now basically stuck with of course, Magnezone now doesn't have a sub. He's pretty much free to do whatever. He's going to bring in Mamoswine. And I know I can't KO with 1 hit from HP Fire, so I'm going to get out, and I'm going to go out to Dusknoir, hoping I can take the Earthquake better than I thought. And this does a ton. This is a pretty defining 2-hit KO. This Mamoswine really rolled me over. At this point in time, I looked at my team, and I'm like, I got 3 guys weak to Earthquake, and I don't have a single ground resist. So yeah, that that put me in a really tough spot. I'm gonna go out to Underrated because I'm hoping I can be faster, and he is going to end up just straight out killing me. The reason I went to Gallade first is because I'm hoping I didn't have to bring out Infernape yet and just use more of my Life Orb and stuff like that. So I end up getting rolled. I still think it's Focus Sash, so now I'm thinking great. I just lost 2 speed ties. I'm going to bring out Infernape and at least bring this thing down to its Sash. And I can Revenge Kill it with something. But he ends up revealing that he is a Choice Scarfed lead Mamoswine. And I was dumbfounded at this point. I'm now thinking, oh crap, this thing's gonna roll me over. I'm down to 3 guys. 2 of them are weak to ground, so I gotta bring in my Bliss, and this is my last hope here. So he goes for EQ, and I have a little trick up my sleeve with this Blissey. I in fact have the counter, so I'm gonna counter him in the face, and that's easily gonna take this Mamoswine out, which is awesome because that was a huge threat. Now that Mamoswine's out of the way, I really needed Ape in order to at least whittle down some of his guys so I could take them out with my last one. But now I gotta have to do some maneuvering and hope I can figure this thing out. I'm gonna go now into my. He's gonna go out into his Moltres, I believe. As he's taking a little while just to figure out what he wants to do. There's really a lot of time here. I've never done this via like a live recording. I never really noticed how much space there is in between like moves. It's really amazing. You gotta really figure out a lot to say. So here we go. He's gonna go for a Flamethrower. I'm gonna soft boil up, really, because I have to. If he crits, then I die, and I didn't really want him to do anything crazy. So I'm gonna go for a Paralysis now. Maybe in hindsight, that was the worst play, but you know, you never know. I really thought that going soft boil first would have been the smart thing, but that might have changed. That could have changed the game. He's going to go for a T-Wave, and I'm going to go for T-Wave, brings in Bliss. And I can't do anything to this Bliss. I got to bring my Magnezone back out. So I'm going to pull a switch back, and he's going to pull a double switch back out into his Moltres. So this is a great favorable matchup for him. I got to get out. I'm going to go back to Bliss, because Bliss is going to end up, I wouldn't say it can wall it, but it's gonna handle it for now. Is really the best thing that I want to say. It really, yeah, walling is a really terrible choice of word. I really can't get walled by it. It really can't wall it because he can pressure stall me. But I am gonna go right back to Bliss, and I'm trying to figure out. I need to get into a position where I get Magnezone in on Blissey. So I'm gonna go out to Blissey, and my own Blissey, and he's gonna go for a Flamethrower. And now I'm going to do a really risky play. I'm going to now switch back out into my Magnezone, hoping that he's going to switch out into his Blissey. So it's really risky. If he stays in Flamethrowers, it's basically game over. So I am going to switch. He is going to end up switching out, and I am going to end up bringing Magnezone, which is huge. Is that now this thing is in, and I can threaten to blow up in its face. Now I know Explosion is not going to kill in one shot, so I need to figure out when he's going to not soft boiled, if that makes sense. In all honesty, he honestly could just spam the soft boil button all day, and just, I guess probably not because I have more discharges and he has soft boils. So really, he has to be really careful when he soft boils, because if I predict him to soft boil and I just show for discharge, he's basically wasting one of those turns. But in the same way, I have to make sure I blow up when he doesn't soft boil. So it's really a huge mind game at this point. Basically on who's going to get the initiative, who's going to blow up, and who's not. Of course, the thing is, I only have an X amount of HP, and he has a good amount of S-tosses to break me. So if I figure I'm going to go for a discharge, I really have to. Sub's going to be useless. He's obviously going to S-toss. And I'm thinking maybe I can go for one discharge and see how much it does and see where it gets him. And that looks like a point where I think, you know what? Now or never. I maybe could discharge one more time, but I got to blow up. I really need this thing. My last guy can't touch Blissey, and it's really going to need this thing down to as little health as possible so I can actually hurt it. So I'm going to blow up in its face, and it's almost going to take it out. Like, it was very, very... I don't even see health there anymore. So I'm going to bring out Napoleon, and I'm going to go right for a sub because I am going to... Oh, I'm going to go for a surf to try to take it out. He brings in his Gardevoir. And here, if I had surfed one more time, I might have won this game. Or at least... But I go for a T-Bolt, I go for a sub, thinking maybe he'll go for a Will-O-Wisp, which was stupid. And now I gotta go for agility, and if I can get one agility off without dying, then I have a chance. So I'm gonna go for agility, and he does leave me with 34 HP, which is awesome. So now I can get off the surf. The surf is gonna be huge at this point. But he is going to end up protecting, and now it's all down to this. If I KO with the surf, I have the game. If I don't, that's game over. So I'm going to go for the surf, and it's going to take a while. I got a lot of time here. I'm going to go for the surf, and it's going to hit him. It's going to bring him down, 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 and it's going to leave him in the red. So down goes Empoleon. Bliss by itself can't beat his last three guys. Moltres can PP stall him. So I'm going to bring in... Basically just bring in Bliss, and I'm going to S-Toss, and he's going to end up finishing me off with his Moltres with the Flamethrower. So good game, Makar. This is a ton of fun. Scarf Mammo absolutely destroyed me. And guys, just want to say, I'm back in school right now, so my upload schedule might be kind of iffy, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got tennis, I got classes, so I got a really busy schedule this year, so you never know. But anyway, that's going to be the match, guys, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and Mike Deck is out of here. Peace.